Glasses on alert.
Glasses on alert. Wait,
Live stream is crazy.
wish there was a way to make this
Imagine
full
we
screen.
did this live.
Eventually,
Try that. Yeah, I was gonna say
at some point,
that'd be crazy.
that would be crazy.
Hey, we're back on the couch. And thank God for
we
my
are
sake.
back on the couch. We didn't graduate, like I said last episode.
We still might try it out sometime.
Yeah, I do agree. I think it is.
It's just a bit busy.
It's also just more chill right here.
It's quite chill.
It's quite chill. And I feel like I look at you more. Like I'm not as like...
I know, which is just easier to...
It's just easier to have a real life conversation.
Float out.
For shizzle.
Welcome back to Mate and Casey Save the World.
Woo! Wave the surled.
Wait, what did you
I
say?
said wave the surled.
Not me not picking up on my own initial bit.
It's like you started it. You started it and left me hanging.
Yeah, I sure did. I laughed because I had confidence that I would have found it funny.
Guys,
we're sitting here with our friggin' whipped.
I'm a mess
Friggin'
right now.
fraggle.
I can't. Something's going on with this buckle on the back of my jeans.
It is clunky, but it is also
It's
a brilliant design.
It's a brilliant
for
design. It really can
cinching
tighten the
in
waist.
Yeah,
I'll get up and show you guys because
Yeah,
you can't
we're
see.
gonna need to see.
But it's making it like I just sat down and
I
it
wish
like,
every pair of jeans had a version of that.
yeah, it's
Maybe
nice.
they just need to put it on. They need to change the way that it.
Well, no,
is
it's nice.
designed,
It's just
so
I think
it's
because I
not so
just washed.
clunky.
I just washed them,
Oh.
so I think the denim is like typically it's not as it falls
Yeah,
a little
okay, yeah.
flatter.
No,
But-
it's brilliant.
So
whoever.
I'm like feeling like a clunk right now, like,
a clunk.
to like get myself
put the jeans on.
situated. Oh, I know. That's because I didn't want to feel like an absolute frump for this podcast.
I am giving.
Well, because
absolute frump
I
today.
feel internally frumpy today because
Oh,
of my
right.
like my sleep last night. So
I think notice that I woke up at like 2 a.m. and the
I
light
heard
under my
you.
door was still.
I heard
I
you.
don't know what I did.
I heard like something going on in your room, and I was like, "She's up and she's not coming out." Rude.
Well, that's interesting.
Rude.
I don't know how you heard anything, so I don't remember getting up at all. Like I thought I just woke up for a second, went back.
I heard something.
Sleepwalking in my room.
Unsure.
Don't even know it. Need to set up a cam.
Fun, like Paranormal Activity.
Yeah. Spooky. No, I don't want to know. Actually, never mind.
Hilarious.
So scary. No, anytime I wake up and I'm like even a little bit awake, I come out if I know you're out because it's always just a funny vibe after I've
That
been
it
asleep
is.
for a little bit.
No,
Yeah.
correct.
I'm like,
correct
hey.
city.
So I didn't think that I had really awoken much, but
I
who
feel like
knows?
an absolute knob right now.
No, I know that you're not. You're,
I feel like a pure
you're
dork.
not in like go mode.
Looking at no. It's
You don't, but something about the way that you smiled with the look of like knowing what you're thinking is yeah.
look at it.
What do we do? How do we fix it?
Dork City.
It's so good though.
No, it's okay. It just is what it is. Like it just, I'm not mad at it. It's
I'm
just, like,
into it.
is what
I
it is
love
for
when you
this
wear
week.
your glasses.
I
'cause
think
I
it's
love the
because of my
glasses.
hair. I think because of my hair, just like I don't mind a
Put the
slick back.
slut strands out. Why don't you?
Is that what
Whatever
people
they're
call
called.
them?
That is what people call them. I'm sorry to have just jumped on that. But people mainly call them
weird.
when you're like skiing or snowboarding and girls
Pull the strands
pull
out.
the strands out.
If
For
I was
some reason,
skiing
they're
or
called
snowboarding,
slut
I'd be
strands.
far too focused on survival to do anything of the sort.
I want to teach you how to ski so bad. That would be so
The
fun.
one time
Kate Macy. Kate teaches Macy.
I was
how to
just
ski.
telling Tyler, my friend Tyler, because he just got back from a snowboarding trip in Switzerland, like literally, and
Ooh,
he was in
fun.
the French Alps skiing and snowboarding. And he's been
Damn.
skiing since he was a kid, just like you have. And I told him yesterday the story about how I went skiing once and twice. I took two really bad falls because I was not taught properly. The friend I went with did not teach me how. And the one time I
No.
fell, I like tumbled down the hill and my ski flew off and went like 50 feet down the mountain. Like that's how bad I fell. And it's like, I
Oh.
don't know. And so she had to like walk
Yeah,
down.
when you click out of your skis, you know it's bad.
Oh yeah. And just the one. And I was like laying there and like not even aware until she like skied up to me and she was like, "Where'd your ski go?" And I was like, "Huh?" Like I don't know. And so she had to ski down,
no.
get it, walk it back up to me just so I could like get down the rest of the mountain.
Yeah.
And then the other time I like tumbled down absolutely got like the wind knocked out of me. Like I was like,
oh no.
like
How'd you
breathe,
get into these situations? Were you trying to not pizza and like
I
couldn't turn and slow down type vibe?
wasn't taught to turn, wasn't taught to stop, wasn't taught to do anything. Was just put on these hills, and was just told to do pizza. And if you recall, I'm newly learning how to stand parallel. I couldn't pizza. My skis, I had a habit of like, I would like have to I would have to use all my inner thigh muscles to just pull my legs back in because they frequently would just like start going out from me because my feet naturally stood outward.
Yeah.
So at the time I couldn't do pizza.
So you probably just kept catching speed and
I did
not being able to I
didn't know what to do with it because I couldn't turn, I couldn't stop, and so anytime I would try to stop but I started going too fast, I would just kind of throw my weight back.
Did they give you poles or no?
No, I would just kind of no one was training me, like that's what, like no one, I had no one. She just was like, oh, you've got good balance, let's just go. She took me on one bunny hill, and she was like,
how'd that go?
That was fine because I could keep I have great balance, I could keep my balance.
Were you doing like just wide pizza turns?
I wasn't turning at all. I was going straight down. No, I wasn't taught how to turn at all.
You still have to, even when you're pizzaing,
if this friend ever sees this,
you're kind of obnoxious, but that's what the bunny hills are for. Just wide pizza turns.
No, didn't know how to turn at all. Because she was like, you stop the same way you turn. Like I remember, like she would stop by like turning into it.
Yeah, but you don't figure that out till like
exactly. You're supposed to do. I knew conceptually you're supposed to do pizza. My body my hips.
No, I'm yelling at her.
Yeah. My hips couldn't do pizza.
I'm yelling at her instruction.
Like my hips couldn't do it, so I couldn't slow down that way. So when I first did the bunny hill, we maybe did it like twice. I just was like, oh, like in order to stop, like I'll just kind of like sit down on my butt, and that's what she told me to do. She was like, just kind of like sit down. So then, but she was like, oh, like you're fine, you're actually really good, you're a natural, like you've got great balance. And I was like, okay, great. She took me on a black diamond. It took me straight up to a black diamond. So
pipeline from Bunny Hill to Black Diamond is not usually
No. And I didn't like know. I was new. I was in early high school. Like I was probably 13, 14. Like I had no idea.
Black Diamonds are either steep as hell, conditions are just like insane, or moguled up the butt, which is just like
I don't know what that
recipe
means.
For disaster. Moguls are like
okay.
The bumps.
Yeah.
Certain trails that you see that have like a ton of bump that skiers are going.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. No, it was awful. So I just had to like hope and pray. I literally was in tears at some point because I was just like, I am traumatized. Like I was just I remember having just full body anxiety the whole day because also I was so nervous I was gonna run into someone because I couldn't turn and I couldn't stop. So I started to get to the bottom,
felt so scary is because of how you were.
No, I know that, and I've known that, but I had such like I did hit someone at some point, and I had to like when I would get to the bottom, I'd be like, excuse me, I'm coming, watch out, I can't stop. Like I would have to like, and I put my arms out to try to get wind resistance to slow down. I was coming down the mountain like, excuse me, coming through now. Like
that's so
like,
funny.
Literally arms wide, sprayed out, just being like trying to just like slow down with the wind. And the second time I fell, I like literally like tumbled down the hill. My body, I like couldn't breathe. I was like the wind got like properly knocked out of me. And people were coming down the mountain, skied up to me, like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, And I honestly thought both of my kneecaps were dislocated, like because I couldn't like feel, like I was so cold and the adrenaline was pumping. I couldn't. So it took me like sitting up and looking at my legs to make sure that they were like
everything was good. Sorry about that.
Interrupting us. We should go down and tell
rude.
How rude.
How literal rude. You probably would have been better off being like skipping pizza and just being instructed on how to turn.
I know.
Right away, because then you would have known how to slow down and stop in
all
a
of it.
Way easier way than just trying to sit when you're already gaining speed, like going straight down the hill.
No, that's the thing, because like that's the reason I fell twice on both Black Diamonds. She took me on. The reason I fell both times because I had too much speed. I didn't know how to turn or stop, so I just decided, I was like, okay, let me just like go and slide until I stop. But when you're going that fast, the minute you put, like, you're just tumbling, like your whole body is flipping. You're not just sliding down. You can't control where your body's going with that much speed and momentum. So like I just ended up tumbling down with skis attached to your feet. Scary
pressure, full long day up to like somewhere fun, Big Bear or something, and do it with like no pressure. Have the full day, easy trails, stop whenever you want, go to the lodge, grab a beer.
I'm not opposed to that.
Just on like a sunny day, nice day where it's not like crazy, and like I just
Yeah,
teach
I'm
ya.
not opposed to it. I've always been open to like
That'd be a
doing it
fun
again.
day.
I just need whoever I'm with to understand like how scared I am.
Oh,
because
I'd
of my
have
experience
no
and to teach me properly.
problem.
And I would need someone else to pay for it.
The magic. No, I get it. No, I get it. We could stay on that.
Yeah,
magic
because
carpet all day
I
long.
think it seems to me there's two sports that seem so like I really would love to know how to do, and that's skiing and ice skating. Because
Yeah.
I just think that if you're really good at it, it can feel like you're flying.
Yeah.
Like it can truly be like such a freeing feeling.
Yeah, I finally got the crossover thing on ice skates before I came back. That's it.
That.
That's it. By the way,
Yeah.
it was scary though, having to be on one foot. You would think like as ballerinas and dancers,
No, it's
that
a
would
different
be
thing.
like. It's just not.
It's just so different.
So different.
Yeah, but it just seems like like if it can feel, it looks like you feel like you're flying.
Yeah.
Like people that are just like, oh, just like just like going.
It'd be an
around the
unfortunate
ring.
spill.
I know. I was thinking about that. I was like, I think I'm setting myself up for a mess right now.
No, now that you said it out loud, it's okay. That only happens when you have thought it in your head initially,
And
don't say it out
Yeah,
loud.
then it happens. Wait, you're so
later.
correct about that.
No,
Wait,
for real.
we're taking a quick trip back to 2020 with these coffees, guys.
ASMR.
Do you guys remember the whipped coffees that like were like viral during the pandemic?
We're bringing back 2020.
2020.
It was actually a good time for
Stop.
us.
Why are we actually bringing back not the whole like pandemic portion, but
no, not like the bad
I was
part.
thinking about that the other day. I was like, why are Kate and I like somehow like recreating our 2020 experience now that you're like back for this
No,
part
it's
too?
good, 'cause I'm
really
not working.
because I'm like, well, because neither of us
That's
are
how.
really like properly working. I feel
Yeah.
like I'm like we're kind of just doing what we please, and I'm like, and I like thought about it, and I was like, life was so. Not to like be tone deaf to what was going on in the rest of the world, but for us individually, life
for
was
us individually, it was actually just fine.
life was like, and we were just like truly like, I think I was like the most, maybe not the most creative during that phase I've ever been, but damn near the closest, because we had nothing but time and we were dancing so much. We were doing photo shoots all the time. I was painting my door, writing on my dressers. Like I was just doing the most random stuff, and I was just like expressing.
I wrote a little song.
Yeah.
On my guitar, on your guitar, remember?
Stop, yeah. I wrote a song.
What a thunk.
Exactly. Like I just feel like we were exploring every
We were.
and all endeavors we wanted to.
Yeah.
And I was like, we're kind of like, I'm like getting back to that. Like
Yeah.
I miss, because we had, the thing is I feel like had 2020 not happened, in terms of our experience of it, just being unemployed and with nothing to do and truly with no options to like go places and blow money. Like we had no options but to just sit at home.
Yeah.
Like
also, we didn't have to worry. Like we could, but also, yeah, the things we were doing didn't.
Well, they
cost
did.
money.
They didn't. Well, because also everything was. It's not like we could like go to Six Flags and then go to the water park. And
Yeah,
everything
so
was
true.
closed.
Yeah, no,
like
true.
we couldn't go
That's so
shopping.
true.
Everything was closed.
Yeah.
So we had no choice but to just. So we were making up combos, and that's when I started. I think writing like poetry and I would literally be just, like coloring and painting, like doing random stuff. And I feel like had that not happened, I wouldn't have, I guess, like a metric in my head of how life can feel when you're just like doing that. And so now that we're like here in this apartment, semi working kind of ish, I'm like, I now have like a goal. I'm like, I remember how it felt to like be in that like calm, expressive, no pressure. There was no pressure to do anything.
Yep.
No pressure to do an absolute single. I was filming self-tapes every fucking day just to get better at it, just to work on my acting.
Yeah.
Like, just like there was just, and it was just to like be creative and like do, and I'm like, yeah, that's the, and I feel like we're slowly getting back there. We that
started.
show's still on the docket.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
gotta be. It's a great idea.
Speaking of which, Ryan is going to help me write the one other show that I have an idea about.
Oh yeah.
I've tagged him in to help me start
Perfect.
doing that.
I'd love to be any part of that process. That you have me in.
Oh, of course. I need all the help because the thing is, like, when it comes to like writing, other than poetry, I have ideas and I have no idea how to bring them to life. So I typically, I would love to honestly just sell the ideas and watch it come to life and receive no credit, and that's fine. But just know that because it's just like the idea for these two shows. I want to write our shows I would watch. I'm like, oh, I just want those to exist in the sphere.
Yeah.
I just in the stratosphere. Like I just want them out there.
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't even necessarily need to be a part of it. Like it'd be cool too, but I don't I'm not a writer in that sense. I don't even necessarily know if I enjoy it. I just want the idea to get written by people who do enjoy writing and to watch it come to fruition. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel like I'd really love the type of work that, like, once there is a script,
tweaking it,
making
same.
it better.
Oh,
I think
same.
I could
like
do
that portion.
Yeah, but like just starting to write lines and like create that's like crazy to me.
No,
it's crazy.
It's writing. I think writing screenplays, because it's all. Well, it's not all dialogue driven. Obviously, there's a lot of really good movies that are like there's action and what, but in terms of being able to write.
The skeleton kind of is
dialogue. It's different. Like
yeah.
I think much more easily write a novel. Like, because I read them, and because you can write whatever the fuck you want. There's no parameters.
Right.
There's zero parameters. If you're making something into a film adaptation, there are parameters. There has to be, because the people in the movie should be talking. They should be.
This
like,
guy just getting jiggy on our TV without any.
I love it.
It's so funny.
I feel like a dweeb. I can't stop saying.
No.
I can't stop saying it because I can't stop thinking it.
No, it's
something about
positive
maybe the sock line in the G. I'm not sure. I'm not necessarily mad. Like, I don't care, but I'm just like, I keep seeing myself in here, and I'm like, huh.
Positive.
Just like,
I think I love it. This is what I think.
This is the kind of support and best friend that everyone needs in their life, because
I'm absolutely into it. I think you've looked great on like objectively every app. Can't say the same.
See, I feel that way about you.
There's no way in hell.
Yeah. Well, one, you always have your headband on. Like,
I know. No, not with these. Well, actually, probably about half of the apps. Yeah.
I think it is funny because
I really couldn't still with how I looked in our last app. I don't know if it was the quality plus the coloring.
The coloring. What were you
tone.
wearing? Why can't I not remember?
And what I was wearing. I looked a little frump. Just my gray tank. And
I remember.
Slim light gray sweat.
Yeah. No, the last step, I feel like the lighting was not great.
No. We're absolutely glowing over here.
Yeah, I think it's the combination of everything I have going on right now. Just is what it is. It's a frumpy kind of day for
good.
me.
I need a pair of those earrings before I can grab them.
Never mind. Realizing
I can grab them on Friday.
I do think I need to like these aren't earrings that I could wear all of the time, and not like when I have them in for too long.
You can
I just didn't feel like a tiny, like, I don't know if it's a psychosomatic sensation of like itchiness or if it's a real sensation of itchiness, because I'm so like hyper aware of the fact that I'm sensitive to metals.
Oh, okay.
Because for reference, these are not like solid gold earrings, and I typically, as bougie as it sounds, like I only wear gold because I'm really, really sensitive. I'll get like, if I wear a fake necklace, I will get a rash directly where it falls, like an itchy, bumpy rash. And same with on my wrist, I'll start to get like hives like right here if I'm wearing fake metals. Even if I'm wearing stainless steel, like if the clasp is like a different metal, I will get a hive on my wrist. And earrings are the worst for me because I swear to God, the holes don't like. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know what's happening. Maybe the skin's just more sensitive there. It feels like there's still some type of like openness to like what's ever on the internals of the ear. But yeah, so I feel like sometimes I like start to feel itchy, but I think it might just be psychosomatic because I'm overthinking it. Yeah. But I do think, because whenever I take them out, like at night, I feel better. Like when I just take them out and put them back in.
Well, I don't think also that they're like, that makes sense to me if you have them in for a bit.
Well, I can keep my other ones in
like
forever.
Good. No, that's what I mean. Like the quality of these are good. They're not great.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sorry.
Come buy some though.
Come buy some.
Come buy some, by the way, though.
Working at the flea market. I feel like our conversation today, at least mine right now, like anyone listening is gonna be lost. Like, like no context of like.
What do you mean?
Like, I just feel like I'm yapping and not making sense.
Making perfect sense to me.
Well, that's all that matters.
I just took my first wires class. What? In like I put on 2 different harnesses. It was super fun. I'm doing I was trying to decide. I had a few things I wanted to say and I couldn't figure out which direction.
I'm so foggy, but I am listening.
Thinking about your
tired.
Shoot,
On
we
my
can't be
second
staying up till
coffee
3
for the
a.m.
day.
anymore.
No, I know. I'm getting better. It was just I know.
It was a fluke.
Trust
it
me,
was a
I'm
fluke
just
last
I'm
night.
yeah, it was. It was just a little back step, a little, a quick little backslide, and then we're back
a quick
at
little
it.
backside.
It has to happen. And I literally I woke up, gave myself a hug, and was like,
it's
"It's
only
okay,
natural.
Mace. It was one day. Like,
Yeah.
it was like it's okay. Just
It's
now you're
absolutely
really
fine.
clear. You don't want to do that again. Like now it'll be so much easier to because I'm just like, oh wow, the feeling I feel is so different.
I was gonna say you got to back feel the difference, which
Yeah.
is always just productive in a sense.
I'm working on my
in terms of
bedtime.
result.
I'm reparenting myself.
Yeah,
I'm trying to be more strict with my bedtime.
strict.
But not strict, but also more soft at the same time. Because when I'm strict with my bedtime, I tend to internally rebel, and that's why I stay up late.
No, yeah.
Like that's what's happening actually on like a subconscious level. So I'm just like,
No, because I feel like you will just start to wake up earlier.
well, I have already.
Yeah.
Like I wake up
During this
naturally
journey,
now at
yeah.
like 8:39.
Yeah,
Doing that, and I feel so much better.
yeah.
And I'm like, and I love like I feel like I've gotten all my like need to do tasks done by noon. I woke
Yeah.
up at noon today,
Right.
and I was like,
Yeah.
ugh, I am. And then I hate days like that because I'm like, well, what's the point of doing anything now? It's already noon. Like I'm like, wow, this is how the cycle starts. I'm like, I
Yeah.
don't even feel like am I gonna do my whole morning routine? It's early afternoon, and then I'm like, what am I gonna like? No, like it
Yeah.
sends me down
Yeah.
an
No,
absolute
that type of
spiral.
stuff has to be a pre-noon.
It has to be a pre-noon,
It
and it
has
has
to.
to be like a. If I'm not already up and at 'em, I'm like, I don't. What's the point of the rest of the day?
Yeah.
Like, and I know it's an extreme mindset, but it is.
Yeah. I completely
Unfortunately,
get it though.
it's where my brain goes.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, okay, I gotta figure it the fuck out.
Yeah.
But I'm feeling better. I'm feeling. Who knows what I'm feeling? I feel wonky.
It's changing every day, but
It's
mostly
changing at this moment, second by second.
but mostly good.
You're watching me glitch.
Because like we're just like, what are we doing the rest of the day? We've got that thing to. We don't have like solid.
I was gonna text my
Plans
Uncle
in
Larry
place
and Aunt
yet.
Linda and see if they maybe wanted us to stop by and grab a quick bite to eat.
Oh my
'Cause they're
god!
right there.
I forgot about them.
Yeah. Epic.
Love them. That was fun. That
Mhm.
was funny.
Not them.
We got
encouraging
into
us to
something.
Kick
I
out
have
our
to pee
first
so bad.
roommate. Wait, we should tell that. Wait, stop.
Wait a minute.
Wait, we've got a good story.
Yeah, I've got to pee though.
Oh, that's what's happening. I thought you stood up out of excitement.
Oh. That too. I'll be right back.
Are you sure? I feel like the things I'm saying are stupid.
Oh my god.
Okay, so basically, to give you to set the stage, Kate and I moved to LA in 2019, and beginning of the year,
2019.
Feb 2019. So, oh my god, we're coming up on 7 years. Well, I am because you moved away for a bit, but still, our anniversary of
Yeah.
moving in together.
Yeah.
So we moved here in February of 2019, and we lived with a third party. Should we say her name? Should we just tell the whole story as it is? No, we'll just call her. Let's call her something else. Eagle.
Funnier.
Peacock. Peacock
Sorry,
feels fitting
headphone
for
users. Peacock is so funny.
It feels
Let's
fitting
do
for her
Peacock.
personality too. Okay, so Peacock. So we moved into this apartment together, myself, Kate, and Peacock. And
we have to tell special K stories too.
oh yeah. And so basically around summer of 2019, we kind of knew it wasn't vibing the house situation.
There were a lot of things. Yeah, I had known Peacock for about 3 years.
I had just met Peacock, and we became hot and heavy, like really close friends.
Because they road tripped
Out to LA
for this
together
move.
from the East Coast.
Yeah.
So we bonded very quickly.
So I brought them together.
And plot twist, it burned out just as quickly as we became like besties doing everything together.
Yeah.
Even though
There
the
was some
person who I
internal
knew in the
just-
apartment was Kate.
Yeah.
Like, and we were still like underlyingly like better friends, but
Yeah.
it didn't like look that way on the surface for a couple months.
No, yeah. Because she was also the type of person that like,
Wanted to come between us.
well, she also
But
just
also,
loved like, I feel like having a person like me, like the dynamic of our relationship was that kind of, she was like,
Character A.
kind of like character. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
For
know
lack
what
of
else
a better
to
way
call
to
it.
put it. No,
Yes.
but she asserted herself like that, and
Exactly,
you kind
and
of
she
did like
kinda,
shrink
like,
yourself into character
brought
B.
me, like, she'd get me to go out a little more often, and she was like the more just like little bit more out there. I don't know how to put it.
That's
like,
why we gave
it's
her
not like I'm
Peacock
not
as the
out
name.
there, but like, yeah,
Well,
exactly.
you are more so now. It was definitely you definitely have grown into yourself.
Yeah, I definitely
like,
made myself.
You definitely weren't
kinda
the same
small.
version of yourself then that would be in a friendship like that.
No.
Same with me.
Yeah, exactly. So the dynamic of all the relationships was a little bit interesting because I think me and Mace both knew that we were like vibing in a way that like both felt a little different for us. I think in terms of like just a pal and best friend that like neither of us have felt before. But she was so loud in her ways that like
and assertive and very like
and very like opinionated
and very she could
sense.
be very also like
if you're coming across this, no bad blood.
No, for real, like quite genuinely and also like
opposite of that.
And like we
so happy for just like
correct
whatever
and we did some things that we're also not the most proud of in
No.
terms of that roommate situation.
Lord no.
Yeah, exactly. But also like you made us feel kind of bad sometimes.
I just feel kind of bad sometimes, and I think that was also
and you were like really mean behind the back
due
towards
to
people. So I can't even
your
imagine
own
what you
issues.
said about me, knowing what she would say about other people behind their backs to me.
Yeah.
I can't imagine what she was saying about me behind my back.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, oh, like
Yeah.
that's not cool.
Yeah.
But so around
Anywho.
end of summer, we kind of realized we were like, oh, like this is more so the dynamic we would like.
Yeah, and also Mace was like picking up on some things about me and Peacock's friendship and relationship that I, as myself in that version yet, couldn't really like acknowledge or accept and see, and she was bringing certain things to light.
Was
of
it me
just,
or
like,
was it Delaney? Now that I'm thinking about it, was Delaney the one that blew the can open on all? She tends to do that. She tends to come in and blow the can open.
She did in the context of her visit. Yeah.
The night from hell.
She did a little bit, but I think it had already been started a little bit. That you had told me just like something she had said.
I think I did because I was like, because I always
Delaney,
wanted
like,
to like be a good friend
put
to
her
you, but I
foot-
also didn't want to like betray her nor hurt your feelings because she could be kind of mean. Like that's why I say like she was mean behind my back too.
Yeah.
Like so it was just like a really confusing dynamic. But
yeah.
she
was pointing out, and I was like, oh, I don't want to stay as that version of myself, and I also don't want to now pretend like I don't have kind of a feeling that like, okay, something needs to be like fixed in this friendship, or like like it's not what I not what I thought it was, but it's not like serving me in any way that like
no, for
I don't
real.
know. I can't finish it. I can never find the words to finish a single thought, but
I just realized
really
I think that the reason our friendship is so healthy and works is because neither of us are like like as you just said that, I was like, wow, like I'm so aligned in the way of like I also once something is like on my brain that I'm so bad at faking it. Like if I'm not feeling a person or if something's on my brain that like I need to address, with the exception of my last romantic relationship, because I feel like with that I was very good at like suppressing stuff and just acting like everything was fine. In friendships, I am quite literally incapable. Like it's the same thing with jobs. Once I'm over a job, like you will know. Unfortunately, I have no ability to mask what's really going on with me. Like, and so that's like the minute the friendship with her started, like I started kind of like seeing the truth of how she made other people feel, the way that she treated people, the things she would say behind people's back, and the fact that she like prided herself on starting drama, which was an insane thing to me. I like couldn't just act like I was incapable of acting like everything was okay. Like suddenly I'm like a different person to be around, and they're like, "What's wrong?" And I'm like, "Well, I actually don't like you as much as I thought I did." Like, and I just can't. Like, I have no ability to like act like everything's fine. Which I feel like maybe I used to be better at it, but now like I think that's the reason. The minute something's on either of ours mind, the other one's gonna feel it because we can't hide it. Like it's just like I can't hide. I don't feel like hiding it. I have no ability to hide it. Like it's gonna end up getting.
And we also know that there's no nerve of like this is gonna blow it all up because like so there's no reason to ever hide or fake it because we know as soon as it, like okay, one of us does bring it up, it's gonna get worked out. So it's
for
like,
sure.
There's no like reason to delay that and try to like
exactly. If delaying it only makes it worse. And so like so we'd been living together for maybe 6 months. Some things were starting to become obvious about just like the dynamic of all three of us living together and how it made all of us feel. And we were just like, I remember the day it happened. I remember I was at Six Flags. It was maybe even that close to Christmas. And I remember like venting about Peacock to the cast members.
I wish we had, well, no, it all happened for a reason, but like, I wish we had been on the same show for part of that.
Oh,
I can't
same.
believe we didn't.
Because we chose not to be. Because you liked the
The
hours.
schedule,
Well,
yeah.
because you didn't want to go 5 days a week. Or you wanted, or mine was.
No, it was there was like you had to be there at like noon or something, didn't you?
Yeah, noon to 8.
Noon to 8, yeah. And I think I had
Yours
to
were
be there
later.
It was later,
But
yeah.
didn't you were on more days a week, I feel like. Like I was 4 days a week, I think.
Yeah,
Longer
I might have had
hours.
more, but shorter hours.
Yours was shorter hours, more days
and
a
I
week.
could work.
You could do your Granville job. That's
Granville
why.
in the morning.
I remember because I was doing Starbucks 3:30 a.m.
Yeah.
And I think I also just because that was the similar vein to the type of show we were doing. And you thought it was going to be more like Dead Man's Party. I think
I definitely
because that And meanwhile, I was like, I actually liked the circus
gonna...
aspect of it.
Yeah.
Like I preferred that. But and I'm glad because I still have like some friends from then.
Yeah.
But so I remember venting about it, like venting about just like our roommateship and like at work one day. And this guy was like, and our lease was coming up to re-sign. It was like the end of January. And one of the cast members was like, well, like, are you going to continue living with her? And I was like, well, yeah. And they were like, why? It was simple as that. They were like, why? Like, you clearly don't want to. And like, you're not, why would you continue to live with someone who you don't want to live with anymore? Yeah. And I was like, that's an excellent point. So then I feel like I remember like bringing it up to you being like, why don't we just not re-sign the lease with her? And then we went. So
I probably had a huge. My stomach probably just fell to my asshole on trying to
quite literally
how that was gonna go down.
Well, that's where my Uncle Larry and Aunt Linda come in.
I was wondering
how this got brought up.
Yeah,
because my brain's all over the place right now. So I feel like I'm not telling stories in a concise way, like whatever. But
still doing a better job than me.
Just second guessing this entire podcast episode. I'm like,
no, it's good.
Whatever.
Loose and good.
Loose and fine. And so basically we went to Christmas dinner. Peacock went out of town.
Yep.
For the holidays. And that's when Kate and I really got to talking of like, we're not required by any standards to re-sign a lease with this person. Yeah. Like, why don't we start thinking about what else we could do if we could find another roommate, if we could move somewhere else, like let's just get the wheels turning.
Yeah.
And I'm not crazy. Peacock told us she was coming back from Christmas break
27th.
On the 27th.
On the 27th. I still remember it.
Yes. So meanwhile, after she had left, we had I think I had FaceTimed her and just been like, hey, like we need to start talking about re-signing the lease. Like we think we might want to switch it up for like let's just like we're not sure actually what we want to do.
We had not a lot of tools in our toolbox on how to go
on how to handle this conflict.
Especially just like with this type of person who and like I was the friend for like I was about to be like essentially shooing someone out.
Yeah,
that like
you had been friends
with first before you.
Yeah,
which is what I was just naturally, obviously, insanely anxious about.
Yeah,
but I remember you made that phone call while she was home.
Just like like we're not sure what we want to do. Like we definitely need to talk about it. Like we're just not. I don't think we're all on the same page anymore. Yeah. And she was like stressed about it. And I remember her texting me like, well, can we just talk about it now? Because I'm going to think about it the whole trip. And I was like, well, no, like I think we should just talk when you get back because like, and then
I had a phone call with her at some point.
Really? When she was gone?
Yeah. After yours.
Oh.
And I remember just like totally
lying,
fumbling and just being like, not like being like, no, like not going the opposite way of like, can't wait to sign it again. It was more of you had your conversation with her. So then I had to just like figure out how to talk to her in a way that made it seem like I was on your page, but we also weren't going to like do that over the phone. Cause I think we had whether we had said it out loud yet at that point, I think we both knew what we wanted, which was just to be like, sorry, we're going to re-sign this lease and
you're not going to be part of it.
You got to figure it out. Which I had never like kicked someone out of a
I'd never
place
done that
before,
either.
So it was just all new. But not much happened. I didn't make much happen that
that
phone call other than probably just like worry her more.
Yeah, no, for real. But at this point, like, also, it wasn't.
I was like, we can talk about it when you get back.
Yeah, but it also like wasn't unknown that the friendships had kind of dissolved or gone.
Yeah,
like she was
she
never
kind of
there anyway.
like that was the case,
she was never there. Remember, like, 'cause it was already
at
at
that
when
point she was with
that
guy.
with that guy, and like never at the apartment. And her and I had like an actual falling out, so like we clearly weren't.
And me and you had obviously gotten a lot closer.
And so we went to Christmas dinner. I remember Kate and I decided to stay in LA for that 2019 Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
First Christmas I didn't go home for.
Mm-hmm.
And
boy, was it something.
So we went to my Uncle Larry and Aunt Linda's, who live in Covina, for Christmas dinner. And I remember talking about all this with my Uncle Larry, who's a little more of like a hard ass, who was just like, I remember his exact quote was, "If you bring your feelings, we're going to hurt them." And I was like, perfect. And he was like, "We'll just kick her out." He was so like straight to the point. He was like, "Just kick her out." And we were like, "How do we do that?" And he was like, "You tell her we're re-signing this lease without you."
Yeah.
And Kate and I just remember we were like,
yeah,
we do what? How can we possibly do that? That feels illegal.
And it's like funny because like I think this just goes to show the dynamic of me and Peacock's friendship, but like I didn't really ever have like issues bringing things up to friends. Like I was like, we're going out to ice cream and I need to talk to you about this. But for some reason with her, it took it was like our final like confirm the kill. I'm jumping ahead a little bit. We'll go back. But like me having to be like, no, I don't feel good in this relationship. Like, you do make me feel small. I know you've said things behind my back. I know you've like talked not good about me. It took me doing that for like this all to, I just fast forwarded a little bit, but I didn't have issues normally doing that with friends.
No, but you also like I feel like hadn't grown into that. Like maybe not.
She made me nervous.
Yep. That's the thing is like sometimes realizing like, oh, this is an opportunity for me to grow versus like this person is keeping me stuck in this old way of being.
Yeah.
Like it's like that's when it's time if it's like, oh, like I've actually grown as much as I can and I still don't feel comfortable doing this with you. I think that I now need to like something about your energy is pulling out this old version of my anxious self or my scared self or like
and
whatever
that was on me to like communicate that and initiate those conversations a bit sooner than
but like what we were young
situation, but also
I was 19.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't know shit about shit.
Yeah,
like I'm like 7 years later. I'm like, okay, I could have handled
and
all of this a lot
like,
differently.
Best case scenario, the friendship somehow would have like survived and been good, and we would have been able to work through it. But like there was,
but also maybe not because.
But also maybe not. Yeah,
because it just didn't. But so we had Christmas, and my Uncle Larry was basically just like kick her out. And we were like, that's an option. And he was like, yeah, like, just kick her out. And we were like, she's on the lease. And he was like, well, like, what do we do? And so we were fully prepared the day that she got home, the 27th, to sit down with her and just be like, here's what we're feeling. We're feeling this. And also like, we're going to re-sign the lease with someone else. Like, we're going to find someone else to take your spot. So that's going to be that. So we get home, which like we are very like obviously know that if it was one of us on the other, like it would stink, it would suck. Like we weren't like we were fully prepared to handle this like the best way we knew how. Yeah, but we were prepared to finally do it because we were like, we're not happy, she's not happy, she's not happy. We were probably like, she's probably gonna be like, okay, great, like that doesn't want to live with you guys anymore anyway because things had gotten so sour in the living situation.
Spoiler alert, that's not how.
Spoiler alert. So basically. The 25th, we leave Christmas dinner from Covina. We come back. We're planning on we were like
a night.
Our apartment was decorated for Christmas. It's Christmas Day. We're like, we were either going to watch, I feel like I remember we were going to watch Elf. Yeah. We were going to watch Elf. Maybe it was Home Alone. Yeah. We were going to watch Elf or Home Alone. And we're fully prepared to just like have a nice cozy Christmas. And then suddenly,
we did our little presents in the morning. It was like a great
we had a Christmas day.
It was perfect.
And so suddenly we're hearing fighting happening in the apartment beneath us. And we lived in like a duplex where there was 4 units. Yeah. And the family below us had some issues. And like CPS had been called a couple times. But we're hearing like fighting. Like so loud. We were like, oh my God, like what's going on? So we open our door and are just kind of like listening down the
And,
stairs
down
because
the
we're like also
stairwell.
wondering if we maybe need to intervene. Like there's two
like there
young
was
adorable boys who like live in that
who live
apartment.
there.
We kind of witnessed some things. We were
We
like
always just like kind of
kept an ear out. Yeah. So we're like listening. Our heads are out the windows, out our door, listening to the downstairs, and suddenly we hear Peacock's shrill voice. Just like loudly, like she's on a FaceTime call or something.
Yeah, or
and
something.
her and I, Kate and I both were like,
we
looked at each other and we were like, are you hearing her? Like, is she? What's happening? And
then clunk clunk with her suitcase. She like
clunk clunk with her.
We realized what she's doing because she started doing it before she left for this trip. She's on like one of those live.
She was a live streamer. Those apps.
Yeah, she was on one of those apps talking to
which
her.
Which Kate and I did attempt for a second. And
we did for a chunk of change. Yeah, we really.
For being honest. Well, because also like I did it. I was sent it as like an acting audition. And
yeah,
then,
I remember
that.
I
remember booking it. My agent was like, "You have to do it. Like you have to try it for like 30 days."
Little dance routines for each gift.
Yeah, and I was just like, oh, like. We had so then Kate jumped on board because we were like, I have to do this anyway, but
make some money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But so we're like hearing her voice. So then I feel like as soon as I think I saw her like suitcase roll into like
I remember seeing the suitcase.
I remember seeing the suitcase here because it was not clocking to us that could possibly be Peacock because she was coming home the 27th. It was Christmas Day. The 25th. Who the fuck flies in on Christmas Day
and didn't tell us
and so I remember immediately like shutting the door and running into my room and just ducking behind the bed. Why? Couldn't tell you. I just like didn't. I was just like,
she literally but still had her head like like this is what I saw just behind her bed when I
mind you in my room like that. I could have just shut the door but I was just because I remember just
we had no idea what to do.
I just remember being in pure disbelief, just being like, is she here right now? Like I'm
also,
so confused. We thought we had 2 more days to prep this conversation and also like enjoy our Christmas night and also just like I was just startled. So I just like ran and also she was clearly on
and
this like
we both
doing
knew.
This like live stream thing, like talking to her like streamer people
like,
watching her. So there was no opportunity to even like say hi when she walked in the door. So I just like ran into my room. So we hear her come in. She like goes into her room. We can hear her doing her live stream.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I stayed tucked behind my bed for potentially
Did I go to
30
my room
minutes.
for a second?
I think you went into your room for a second, and then I think when she closed her door, you came in. Look, 'cause I remember you came back in like a little later, and I was still just like behind my bed, like just like pawned. Like I was frozen.
The image is ingrained into me walking into your room and just seeing you crouched behind, like with your fingers up. Like just down here.
Because I feel like I just remember being like, what do we do? Like, what do I do right now?
Because we also knew, like, we had the conversations on the phone already, so we knew that, like, we knew she was the type of person that wasn't gonna like wait for us to bring anything up. So I think we knew that like something was going to happen tonight, and it was one of the first things once she was done with the live streaming that she brought up, like, so we're gonna talk about the lease. And I was out a lone wolf in the kitchen with her, and I just didn't know.
Well, she at first you guys like opened to like beer, like she opened her ciders because she loved ciders, and we were just like enjoying Christmas night, like because I remember like I think I heard you guys out there, and then you guys like talked for like a couple minutes, and then she was like, so are we gonna like talk about the lease? And I remember hearing you say like, oh, like, can we just enjoy, like maybe let's just talk about it a different day, and then I remember her being like, well, it's literally all I've thought about since I was home after that you guys FaceTimed me, so I'd rather just talk about it now. And I remember as soon as she said that, I was in my room, and I was like, I gotta go out, because I can't, because Kate had said one thing to me. Kate was like, look, I want this same thing, but you're going to have to be the one to tell her, because Kate had a previous friendship with her. I didn't. Yeah. I met her in the moving out to LA. So like
a little less,
it was like way less history.
Less personal.
Yeah, way less history. Yeah. No family friend connections. No like mutual, like weren't they were from the same ish part of the East Coast. They had mutual family friends. Like it felt so like that's a different dynamic
it just
than
felt
someone
less
who just
personal and harsh.
Met her. And like also it's just like where we were both at in our growth. Like you were just like, can you be the one to do this? And I was like, honestly, I will. Like no problem. I'll rip the Band-Aid off. Yeah. And so as soon as she said that to Kate of like, well, like I want to talk about it now. It's all I've been thinking about. I literally in my room was like, here we go. So I literally walked out, opened myself a beer, and was like, and was like, hey, like have we decided what we're doing at the least? And I remember exactly, I went, well, I don't think it's like a we decision.
Well, yeah, I kind of remember that
I remember
too.
just being like, well, I don't think it's like something we're all deciding together. And she was
Which
like,
just,
well, like
sucks. Like,
yeah, she was
me,
like, well,
like,
what do you mean? Like, what's going? And I just remember being like, look, like we just like we're gonna re-sign the lease with someone else.
Yeah.
Like we just don't, like, this situation is clearly not working. We haven't all been getting along. Like you're not even ever here, and it's making it weird for us because we never know when you're gonna randomly pop in the door at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
And if you're gonna be with other people. Or if you're just like, it just feels weird, and we don't want to feel awkward and weird and like walking on eggshells in our living space, and we don't want you to feel that way either. We just feel like we'd all be happier in a different living situation. And I remember verbatim, she was like, well, I just feel like you guys found someone to replace me on the lease, and so now you just like made the decision. And I remember saying, actually, we still don't have anyone to replace you. And I told Kate specifically, even if we can't find someone to replace her on the lease, I still don't want to live with her.
Yeah.
And I remember I like had to spit that out for it to get through her skull that it's like, we don't want to live with you anymore. Yeah. Like I remember saying that, and her being like, whoa, I need a minute. Like,
yeah. Well, because also it was tricky because I remember like there was not a lot of outward. It's not like we were all like getting into fights with her, or like there was a lot of like drama happening where this like I think in her eyes, because of at least for speaking for myself, like how I was acting, like I was still tiptoeing around and like not being so, there probably was a little bit of like blindsided feeling because like yes, vibes were a little more like but like
with her.
Yes, exactly. It's not like something big had happened that like there was a big falling out or whatever. So, but it was hard too because a lot of the reasons we didn't want to live with her were just like at the time. I'm sure she's still is who she is, which is great and stuff, but like had other traits
like
that
her
like
personality that was the like her personality, like in hindsight, is like vibrant and beautiful. It was more the like inclination towards getting enjoyment from watching other people experience drama or experience things that weren't like the way she would
like
purposely
we can either
try
hope
to
that
make
she's
you
gonna
feel
like
bad.
take this and we don't have to like get into our real reasons and have to just like
because at the time it felt like it was just her personality, and we were like, how do we just say that?
At the time it did feel like that, which I remember we were like we can't just shit
like
on.
For example, she was someone who like when Kate and I got in a little tiff one time over this like boy that I was purely platonically friends with, still am to this day.
Yeah.
Kate had maybe a little crushy crush. Did you at the time? Now that I'm thinking full circle right now with
well, it went
a bunch of ways. But either way, he
had
had an interest in Kate for sure. And Kate had maybe like a split second of an interest towards him, but then like went the other direction. But either way,
went the other direction and then immediately regretted that.
And where both Kate and I were at in our growth, I was like at the point when I like didn't have a lot of empathy and was a very like stoic and very like I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do and I don't owe anyone anything, and also like I'm allowed to do what I want. Like that's where I was at, and and I feel like you were a little more and you're like not being able to address things so upfront with
where like had we just
we just like
had
talked
I been able
about
to just
it
been like hey
and you were also like this. And you were feeling like upset with me about hanging out with him just in general and because I was
just internally
and you were
internal conflicts
and
that
in terms of, like,
were obviously
you were handling like men at that time,
projecting
you were
out
still in that like phase a little bit. And I was in the phase of like no, I'm not proud of how I was back then. I just like didn't give a fuck how I was affecting other people. But either way, so I remember there was one night specifically, we all had at each other's locations, all three of us, me, Kate, and Peacock. And this is just like put into perspective that like I remember I was hanging out with said boy, and just like him and his friend at his apartment. Literally just that, and it was only ever just that. And had Kate and I think had a mature conversation about it, we could have probably squashed it, but we didn't. And also like because this person also effectively came, so did I. But Peacock literally went to Kate at our apartment and was like, did you check Macy's location? Do you see where she's hanging out with tonight?
She's at so-and-so's.
And Kate was like, yeah, I saw. Like, why are you telling me? Like Peacock purposely tried to start drama between us and would purposely.
And I think it was on like a level of a type of insecurity where she wanted to feel closest to each of us.
She wanted each of us to have
like,
her be our number one.
Yeah.
And like,
yeah.
and she would say like, I really enjoy just like dropping a bomb with a group of friends and watching it blow up. Like she would say things like that. So in hindsight, like it wasn't her personality that we were having trouble with. It was the facet of her personality that was very prominent at the time of like making herself feel bigger by making other people feel smaller.
Yes.
And hopefully like that's because it's not her it's not like we were walking on eggshells just because of who she was. It was because of some of her habits and the way that they would make us feel and the way that she intended to make us feel with like full intention of I want to make this person feel bad right now. And like that was something we just couldn't like be around.
Right.
But we didn't know how to like say that to her without it feeling like it was an attack on her personality.
Like shitting on her.
And so we didn't know how to. So I feel like during that conversation, like I got really harsh with her of just like, sorry, bro. It's not like we're not living with you anymore.
And
like,
at some point, we hit a bit of a block because we didn't have like, you had done a fantastic amount of work at that point, and she still got to a place of like,
I'm not.
Well, what if I just don't?
Yeah, she was like, you guys legally can't kick me out. Like, and I said, well, legally, we all get kicked out when the lease is up. We're just gonna re-sign it without you.
Yeah.
I said legally, you have actually no standing because.
So then I had to just like come in and finish it off since I had been pretty quiet this whole time because I just like hated the situation that we were in naturally. Like, was obviously excited to move forward with the plans and stuff, but like.
But I was
it in the moment,
spearheading in the way that we had previously discussed.
Yeah,
but that wasn't
because there was
it wasn't fully hammering the message into her head of like this is happening whether you like it or not.
Yeah, and I think because I had been quiet up until that point too, it didn't feel as real for her because like, I didn't step in. So then I finally balled up and just came in with the like, I feel this exact same way as Macy's telling you, and I also feel like our relationship hasn't been like great for a while, and I don't feel great about it, and that is contributing to why that like I feel okay with this decision as well, and kind of need to let you know that we're moving forward with this because like it's not just her, like I'm feeling it too. And then we kind of got there. Didn't feel great about it though either because she
still don't feel great about it.
Left in her car and drove away, and we were both just like
in a very like concerning state.
Yeah,
a little bit. And we were and we were like correct that it was like a concerning state because she confirmed later that like
yeah, I knew. Like, oh fuck.
And like I didn't ever like it was awful to like I guess not have to make someone feel that way in order to like just like have some level of like self-preservation and like self-respect for what we wanted.
But I think there was a way that it could have all felt less
attacky,
bad had she like kind of been able to understand where we were coming from.
Open-minded to the fact that like you talk about both of us to the other.
Like
right. Why
would
you think,
like
you made your bed, bro? Like,
she didn't really accept any of the truths that were sort of being presented and been like, okay, this sucks. Not happy with you two right now, obviously, but like can see it, can sort of get it, and I'll figure it out and we'll see.
Exactly. Like it was, but I think it's a testament to just the fact that it was 7 years ago.
Yeah, it was where we all were.
6 years ago. It was where we were all at with ourselves and our journey. And had we not done that, we would maybe still be stunted at that point of our, of our growth.
Who knows?
Exactly. Yeah. Like, because then she moved out and we got another clunker.
We got another clunker by the name of Special K.
Coined by one Mackenzie.
I always forget that.
Yeah, she came up with that name.
That's so funny.
Yeah, we had another just like precarious
situation. And we were stoked about it because it was a guy and it was one of my coworkers at work and he was just like
so
a
cool
chiller. And chill. Yeah, and we like that's all I knew.
But then also
he was
like
he
cool
was
there for 2 months or a month and then the pandemic hit. Like it was so we were like who knows, like potentially everything could have gone different with him if we weren't quarantined in an apartment together. Like, because
we also didn't realize that me and her being like as besties as we had become quite quick.
That he was going to be like so butthurt
by it. So affected.
He was absolutely.
And then we started sort of including him. I feel like
we tried.
Things. I can't remember exactly.
I felt like I was playing
of,
double duty because I always because I knew how like awful he felt about it. So I would like get up in the morning and like spend my mornings with you and like do it, and then I would stay up late with him because that's when he was like nocturnal.
Yeah.
And I would like just to like make him feel included. And so, but then it like developed into that weird situation.
Yeah.
It got messy because we were quarantined together. It was messy and lame. It was, and we'll get into that story a different time. But like it went from one clunker to the next.
Yeah,
and
it really
we
did.
were like,
then we were being hunted down for cash that we didn't know for so long. We were just like, how the fuck do we get out of this? Like we paid our rent and it's online. Stop asking us about it.
Rent.
You have to hire someone to find out where he is and get the money from him. Like we can't.
I went full
we're
on
not part of this.
investigator. I absolutely found his family, contacted his family.
Oh yeah, and then his family ghosted us after being like,
his mother ghosted
try to
me.
find him to like get that money. I understand. Ghosted a week later.
No, quite literally. And like she was like at first on my side. She was like, I get it. Like
I checked though. We don't have any collections, so nothing went bad on our name.
Check
on your credit report.
Oh,
I think it tells you.
Yeah, no, I would.
He
only owed like $4,000. I would have truthfully paid that years ago. I knew there wasn't because I would have honestly just paid. I had the money at the time. Like right now, I couldn't necessarily just pocket change that, but I had the money to pocket change that over the last couple of years. I would have just paid.
That would have sucked.
It would have sucked, but I would have just been like, I don't want this affecting me.
No, had it gone to like collections or anything, I would have. Well, because I remember I called I'm like, I don't want that.
Well, I called the old landlord and was like, I will not. We have proof that we paid all of our rent as broken down in the lease. So I will either be, I will not be like, you cannot come after me, and I will be joining your side as a plaintiff.
Yeah.
I was like, and I'll take you to small claims court.
Yeah.
If you try to come after me for this money.
Yeah.
Like, I went full.
And I feel like if they feel any bit of effort like that. It's like, okay.
No, that's the thing. Is like the amount of times I've gone full legal mode and got myself out of. I've gotten myself out of leases. I don't know. I don't know anything about the law. I've never been a law. Never. But there's people probably in this world that think that I've gone to law school that have been fully convinced.
She does
that I
the
will.
proper.
I will. In situations like that, when like someone didn't pay their rent, and collections is getting involved, I'll read through the entire lease. I'll highlight shit, and I will walk into leasing offices and be like, "You are actually in breach of this sub agreement." Like I've done it, and I'll continue to do it. It truly is, because it's not that much effort. You don't actually have to know. All you have to do is be able to comprehend, like read through the lease, do some Google searches, and like put 2 and 2 together, and then use confidence.
Yeah.
And like dress the part. I remember when I needed to get out of my lease for my Hollywood apartment, which I had signed a 13-month lease, and a month and a half in, I needed to get out of the lease, and I didn't want to pay. I wanted my full security deposit back. I wanted to not be like penalized at all monetarily for breaking the lease. I wanted out of my lease cleanly because they were in breach of it, in my personal opinion.
Yeah.
It was a horrible cockroach infestation. It was awful. But under like their standards, I guess technically they didn't believe they were in breach of my lease. So literally it was reading through the lease, doing research, putting together a binder of paperwork, highlighted and circled.
Yeah.
That way they know I took the time.
We had an hour already?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Researching certain civil codes, figuring out exactly what they were in breach of, using my own like lawyer skills to like create new circumstances of like, well, this and this is happening, so this could be the potential cause of this. Dressing the part. Literally just wore like heels, some nice jeans, like a button up, and a nice purse, and like walked into the leasing office, told them I came from a family of lawyers, and presented them with my binder.
I remember that.
Presented them with my binder of facts, and was like, you will be letting me out of this lease. You are in breach of this. Like da-da-da-da-da. And then like not taking me seriously at first, and then they told me to email over all the paperwork. Got a call 20 minutes later from the like owner of the property, and was like, you can leave tomorrow if you want to. You're gonna get your full security deposit back.
Deal with all this.
Yeah, like I'll go full legal mode if you need me to.
And it worked.
And I did with him. I went on to White Pages. I paid the little money. I found his family. I contacted them.
I found his family.
Don't fuck with
I
me.
found
Like,
his family is so funny.
I literally will go the extra mile. Actually, if legally something is gonna come back at me.
Yeah.
I'm going legal mode too.
She's your girl.
Yeah. Wow.
Damn. That was some entertaining story. Good work, because I just sat here and nodded along.
Absolutely not. You did way better this app.
No. No, there's no way. You know I can't tell a story.
No,
to
that's
save
not
my
true.
life.
No, that story was long and clunky from both of our parts, I think.
Well, yeah, it was an entertaining one.
Yeah,
to
but
say
that
the
was our
least.
first like roommate situation here in LA, and that was our first time kicking someone. That was my first and
It
only
was a real
time.
true bonding
Special K
experience.
chose to leave. Actually, real quick, funny cap.
Oh my god!
Actually, Kate and I were house sitting one time, and and this was after like kind of the fallout with Special K, which again we'll tell that story a different time. And we just came home one day and
Gone.
quite literally all of his stuff was gone and
Gone.
3 months of rent unpaid, or like maybe it was like 5 months of rent
And
unpaid.
we had to scrape his walls clean
like literally
of
literally
scum.
scrape his walls clean.
He was dabbing in there.
Part of me like
Every morning we just heard a blowtorch and we were like,
7 a.m. blowtorch
Bruh.
dabbing.
"Are we okay?"
Are
Obviously
we,
not.
I mean, and obviously it was during the pandemic, so like
yeah, everyone
get
was
it,
kind of
everyone's-
going through those.
people were either
moments.
like trying to implement their best habits or like falling to their worst
yeah,
habits. Like I get it.
Yeah.
But hearing that blowtorch before I was even out of bed, I was like,
Also, like
I'm
we
living
were
with a crack
very
addict.
friendly and pleasant and nice and like had good times with this fella. By the way,
Absolutely. No,
Spit that
for
out.
real,
Like,
real.
we weren't.
It was really me. I think I did the. I think it turned.
Well, situationally with what happened, probably.
it just got so bad
but
for him.
you
post
got,
that
yeah,
situation.
yeah, that's the issue there.
But then he like found that other gal and like things were fine. So then why did he stop paying his rent? Like that's the part I couldn't get. Like things were fine
What
again.
other gal?
Things got so.
Oh my god, that's the name.
Yeah.
That's the name.
So I remember things were fine again. He was like things were not awkward between us. Everything was fine. And then he just like,
why was it so not fine at the end?
I remember why. Because another fella came into the picture in my life and caused huge issues and resentment.
Yeah. There was
When
a
his
best
best
friend
friend-
of Special K's involved too.
Who, like, and if you're going to blame anyone for that, blame him.
Blame him.
He slid in. He pursued.
Yeah.
He was your best friend. He was the one adamant we didn't tell you.
He's the one who also kicked you out of your first living
He kicked
situation.
you out of your first living situation, and then the girl who broke your heart, me, he pursued me and told
Yeah.
me not to tell you. And I said I would rather him just tell him because it's not that deep.
Yeah,
It's not deep at all. It's
yeah.
not that big of a deal. And then for some reason, he decided to take it all out on us and not pay the rent.
And just not pay his rent. And just
That's
big ol' Amazon boxes are showing up to our doorstep with his name on them every
Yeah,
single day.
quite
And we're just
literally.
still not seeing any rent payments. And we're like,
And I remember him at one point being like, well, legally they can't come to collections because there's a California law under COVID, da-da-da. And we're like, just pay your fucking rent. Like,
just pay your fucking rent. We're all getting oodles of money a week.
oodles of money. And at that point, also, when the economy wasn't this, we were each paying like a little less than $1,000 a month. That's like,
Yeah.
like
me
that-
and him were only paying like 800.
yeah, I was paying
That's
$900.
nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Compared to now, nothing. Nothing. Yeah.
Paying
Anyway,
$400,
that was like a
$500
Cliff
more.
Notes version of what happened with Special K, but
Yeah.
that's a
We have
funny,
more funny
long,
stories.
entertaining story.
Can't believe I got wrecked by oranges.
And I remember saying that's the funniest thing you've
Damn.
ever said, and him going, I don't know
Our
how I feel
peacock
about
story
that.
took.
Our
Yeah.
peacock story took so long.
But it's a good one.
Sorry if this episode was bad.
No, it's not. We just there was
Kind of
one
just is
big
what it is.
story. Yeah. But it's entertaining. Toss it on. Toss us on.
Toss us on in the background.
It is an entertaining story. And just an insight on if you ever have to kick anyone out, maybe how not to go about
How
it.
to not do it. A good example of how not to be. We did our best, but
At the time, we did our best with anything,
but
everything,
Anything
and
and everything. yeah.
And, every decision is what's got us here today. So we're doing
Perfect.
okay.
Perfect.
And goodbye.
Bye.